Today we are starting a new little series here on my channel where I am doing 14 days of holiday looks using new/popular palettes. I recently put a poll up on my community tab. If you are wondering, I do post quite regularly on my community tab with like polls and questions and stuff for you guys, so always check that out. But I recently posted a question asking if you guys wanted another 14 days of just straight Pat McGrath Labs palettes or 14 days of like new/highly popular palettes, and if so, what palettes would you like to see? And it was a resounding we want to see new/popular palettes, followed by a very close can you just do both. So I'll see what I can do with the Pat McGrath Labs series. That'll be maybe a month away if I can do that. But we're starting 14 days of holiday looks using new/popular palettes, and I thought that today would be the perfect opportunity, as it's day one, to use Moonlit Seduction from Pat McGrath Labs, which is the newest Mothership to her collection. So we're going to do a holiday look using this palette. Now, hopefully this little series sounds interesting to you. Before we go ahead and get started on the look, let's go ahead and do the YouTubey things. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's zoom in and get all glam. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually a little bit excited that you guys did choose new/popular palettes for this series, because I have a heap of new palettes into my collection that I really would like to get some use out of and showcase and kind of show a little bit more love to on my channel. And I know so many of you wanted both, so I will see what I can do in December. If not, it'll be January and I will do another Pat series. We might even just do just the motherships for it, which is only 10 days, and that's a little bit more doable. So how these work is I do a look and then I do a speed through of my base makeup and then finish the look. So these are usually pretty quick videos, between 8 to 14-ish minutes usually, because I do post every day. I like to make them a little bit quicker and snappier for you guys to be able to watch and for me to edit. As you can imagine, working full-time and doing this series, it's quite a lot of work. So normally I don't say this, but because this is quite a lot of work, I am actually going to do a little bit of a shameless plug. If you enjoy the series and you really like my content, I would love it if you would subscribe first of all and give the video a like, because those two actions really show YouTube that you are enjoying my channel and they pump it out to other other people to watch. Secondly, feel free to leave a comment if you would like. That also shows YouTube that you guys are enjoying the video, unless you're, I mean, look, if you want to hate watch as well, I guess that's also interaction. And I always have links in my description box of all of the stores that you can purchase makeup from, and also of all of the products that I am wearing on my face each day. So even the speed through makeup, like my base makeup and everything, it'll all be linked in the description box for you guys. If you do wish to purchase anything or shop through any of those stores, I would so appreciate it if you use one of my links. They are affiliate links. I earn a little bit of commission back. You guys don't pay anything extra or anything like that. It's just I just get a little bit of a kickback for you using that link. Totally fine. If you do not wish to do that, totally fine. But if you would like to support my channel, that's a free way that you can do it. And then lastly, if you so wish to do it, which I honestly, hand on heart, promise you, no stress, no pressure, just if you so wish to, there is also a little thanks button on each video. It's like a heart with a $sign in it. It's kind of like a tip jar. So if you would like to leave a tip, you can. Please do not feel any pressure to do that, just if you so wish. Because I do have some people comment sometimes asking how they can support the channel and all that kind of stuff. All the money I earn just goes back into buying makeup for this channel, just so you know, or improving my quality. Okay, I know that was a little bit longer of a start. I'm sorry. I won't really say that again for the rest of the series, but I just wanted to kind of do a little bit of an intro, because this is like the 4th series of this that I'm running on my channel now, which is kind of cool, huh? Every time of these series too, I always say like, oh my gosh, I hope these aren't boring, and every time you guys like, absolutely not. So I'm not gonna say that this series. I'm just gonna hope that you're enjoying them and we're having a good old time playing with makeup together. Let's hope for that. Okay, I'm gonna prime my lids today. Actually, I've already primed my lids. It is so early in the morning right now because I have meetings all day. I've gotten halfway through my coffee, so you are watching a very sleepy-eyed Martina wake up through this video. I have primed using my Rare Beauty eye primer, and we are going to create a stunning look well, hopefully it turns out stunning, using Moonlit Seduction from Pat McGrath Labs. I need to clean my brushes today too, so they look a little stained, but if you're wondering, even if my brush looks dirty, I have this little Sigma switch that takes the excess shadow off, and I always make sure that there's no shadow on a brush before I use it, so they're always actually clean, just in case you're wondering. In exciting news, my beautiful friend Brooke, she got me a little gift, and she got me the Pat McGrath Labs single shadow in Statuesque, which so many of you have been telling me to get for a very long time now, because you know that I love the taupe matte shade in Subliminal, and I've hit pan, like I've nearly gone through that whole shade, and you guys are like, oh my gosh, what are you gonna do when you go through it? Well, now I have this beautiful shadow, and I've used it already, and it's lovely. So you will see this little single shadow quite a lot through my Pat McGrath Labs looks, because I always like to use a shade like this as a transition shade, and it's 21 Australian dollars on the Pat McGrath Labs website right now, if you are wondering. All right, I'm taking my Refa 16, and we are going to, I'm just gonna think about the shape that I wanna do. Yeah, my eyes are so puffy, they look even more hooded. I don't know why I'm so puffy this morning. Anyway, I should have done my gua sha this morning, but I just forgot. I was so sleepy when I woke up, I'm not gonna lie. But you know, that's real life. So I'm gonna swirl this into the outer corner here. So if you're wondering with my hooded eyes, I always start by swirling into the outer corner, and I swirl, which is like squiggles and swirls, because I find that if I do that, see how it's just blended itself? That's just why I do that. And sometimes if I find things aren't being blended, I like to blend upward a little bit, because see how when I look straight ahead, you can't see any real lid there. So I like to blend my shadow upward so that you can see it when my eyes are open. But I find that doing this little swirl motion for me and my eye shape just really creates that blend really seamlessly and quickly. I'm just gonna pack a little bit onto this outer corner as well. Now the trick to holiday looks, I think, that will cause you a lot less stress is doing your eyes first. Because even though it is a little bit of a pain, I don't do my brows yet. I've noticed, because when I used to do, I'm just doing the same thing to the other eye, but when I used to do, like I used to hate doing my eyes first because putting foundation on was such a pain, but it was because like my brows would always be done and I didn't want to mess them up. So I just stopped doing my brows first, which doesn't look attractive for the video. Like I look absolutely insane for a little while, but it just means that putting the foundation on after the look's done makes it a lot easier. It just depends on your process. You might find like it's easier to just do your brows first. You know, you do you. Find a process that works for you. But I recommend doing your eyes first, because then one, you can like, if you screw up, you can just easily quickly take it off. And two, you can like manipulate this outer corner shadow. You're probably going to use maybe more sparkly shadows, so you might get glitter fallout. It's not going to ruin your base makeup, it's going to be a lot fresher. Now I'm dipping into Moonlit Seduction, and I'm going to go into this shadow right here with a rougher number 14. I'm pretty much going to do the same kind of step, but just more concentrated so that it gives the illusion of that faux crease. I do have a video on my channel, I will try and remember to link it down below, where I talk about how you can like, just little tips and tricks that I've personally picked up along the way to get the most out of using my Pat McGrath Labs shadows and kind of just eyeshadows in general. So I'll link that down below for you guys if you're interested, just around like, yeah, how to get the most out of them, how I hold my brush, the pressure I kind of use and why, all that kind of stuff. I'm not a makeup artist, I don't pretend to be. I just always say like these are little things that I've kind of found along the way, and if they help you, happy days. That shade is all blended out. I'm going to dip into the smallest amount on a Refa 3 of this dark brown shade. I just want to just slightly deepen this a little bit, but I want it to be quite concentrated, so that's why I'm using this little pencil brush, and I'm just using a really light touch. Now we're going to dip into the Pat Intensifier stick. I'm just picking this up on a little flat shader brush, and I'm just going to apply this. I've been liking a little bit more of a precise shape lately, kind of like a cut crease. It's up to you. You could be as messy as, well, not messy, but you don't have to be precise. It's just completely up to you. For metallic, it was really hard for me to pick because I like even this one, and all of these. And I think with this look that I've laid down with the mattes, you could pick literally any one of these metallics and they will look stunning. So if you're watching what I'm doing and you're like, oh, I really wanted you to use this shade and you wanted to follow along with it, then use that shade because they will all look good with this foundation, I promise you. I'm gonna go into the gunmetal shade first. I really wanted to use all of them, shan't lie. I'm just gonna lay this down all over where I put that intensifier stick. And yes, this is nearly my favorite shade in the palette. The gold is actually surprisingly my favorite shade. Oh, actually, but VR Sextasy. No, I can't pick a favorite shade in this palette. I can't do it. They're all so gorgeous. If you don't have the intensifier stick, don't feel pressure. You could use glitter glue, you could use concealer, you could use nothing. You could wet your brush, just use your finger. Like, just tailor it to what you have. I do highly recommend the intensifier stick. And if you shop Pat's like 30% off sales quite regularly, I recommend picking one up. Honestly, it really does make a difference in my experience. Then what I wanted to do is I'm gonna take this shade right here, this lilac one, just on my finger. I'm actually just gonna tap this over the top. I just wanted to see what this would bring to the equation. I really like that. I think that looks quite pretty. I'm just taking the Refa 14. I've got no extra color on it at this point. I'm just gonna buff this bit right here. And then I'm going to dip into the berry matte here, or the plum matte, and I'll just really lightly marry the outer corner here, but not a lot. Just a kiss. I'm just gonna take my black Charlotte Tilbury liner. I'm just gonna quickly pop it on my top waterline. And then I'm gonna pick up a like an angle brush, and I'm going to smudge this. Actually, I'm just gonna draw a little bit. Don't tug your eyes, do as I say, not as I do. So I've just popped a little bit of this black liner, and I'm just gonna smudge it a little bit out. And I need to tug my eyes for this, but you should not do this, okay? You should not do this. See how that's like smudged the black out on my top lash line? That's what I'm trying to achieve here. We're gonna leave the eye look here for now, and then I'm gonna do the speed through of my base makeup, and we will come back, do lower lash line and lips together and see the finished look. So let's do it. Let's go ahead and move on to the lower lash line. I'm just going to take this little single shadow right here, So on a Delium Tools 777 shader brush, and I'm just going to run this underneath the lower lash line. Then I'm just going to take a little pencil brush and dip into that plum shade that we used through the crease. I'm going to take this Kaleidos eyeliner in the color Solaris for my lower waterline. So I don't know if you guys can see, usually if I look down you can see it's like red, and then like looking straight forward it's kind of like a greeny goldy color. So I'm into that, Little fluffy pencil brush, I'm going into the champagne shade for my inner corner. And I'm gonna like swoop this up a little bit, and I'll also pop it into here. Then in exciting news, I picked up the Tower 28 mascara and I am dying to try it. I haven't tried it yet, so let's try it here together because everyone is raving about how this is like the best mascara since sliced bread. So let's try it. It does have a plastic wand, which usually I stab myself in the eye with, so let's hope that doesn't happen today, shall we? So that's one eye done versus one eye not done. I mean, it actually looks quite nice. Usually it takes a week for the formula to just like thicken up a little bit and kind of do its thing, and then that's when you really see the results of a mascara. But this is kind of reminding me of the Lancome Lash Idole. Actually, I don't mind this. Can definitely see myself stabbing myself in the eye with this plastic wand a few times though. Now the question is, what lip will I do? I'm just doing my Tatcha and my dream lip combo, okay? So the makeup's finished. I'm gonna go off camera. If you don't know, I suffer from hair loss and wear alternative hair, so I'm just gonna put my hair topper on and then we'll come back and you guys will see the finished look, so 2 seconds. This is the finished look. What do you guys think? I like it. I like that little lilac over the gunmetal. It adds a little something something, at least I think. This is a very me makeup look. I would very much wear this. I really like it. What do you guys think? All right, day 1, all done and dusted. That is Moonlit Seduction. I hope you guys enjoyed the look. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. And yeah, if you have made it till this point, you're an absolute legend. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Pretty please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope that you have the most amazing day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time. Bye.